I recommend playing this video in the background since it's going to be really boring and minimalistic editing. Hello everyone! We're gonna do, I don't know what you would call this. But it's like, we're gonna be telling stories. I don't know, maybe we'll have some weird funky name for it. But I'm here with Lily. Lily's here with Celeste. Oh no, yeah, Celeste. Here with Kylie.
Hi.
Here with Alex. Alex, are you there? Oh yeah. And then here with me, the one and only amazingness. So, today we're gonna be doing something. So, I don't even know. What'd you say? I don't know. I was talking and then I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna be doing something really different today because, hold on. Because, I don't know, because the other people wouldn't play Roblox with me. So, we're gonna be telling stories in, for the spirit of early Halloween, since it's July right now, which is nowhere near October, but we're gonna be in the spooky aesthetic, or no, that's not the spooky atmosphere. Spooky vibes. So anyways, who wants to tell their story first? How about we go with Celeste? Okay.
Okay, okay. So this was like a couple years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
2 or like a year and a half. So we have this ghost that hangs out in our garage, according to my mother.
Do you still see it like now?
And we don't see it, but it interacts with the lights. Because one time my mom was like asking it yes or no questions with the lights flickering, and it would like flicker the lights the right amount of time, like 2 for yes, 1 for no, whatever.
Oh wow.
And my mom literally named it. She named it Ferdinand. So that's fun.
Love Ferdinand.
But anyways, I was up in my bed, which at the time I had a bunk bed, and it had like a ladder and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got up in my bed, and me and my sister were like messing around, and she dropped something on the floor, and she told me to go down and get it. And I was about to, but then like I stopped moving because I was like listening to make sure our parents weren't like waking up, and I hear 3 footsteps at the bottom of my bed. One, my door wasn't open. My door was closed. And then when I looked down there, nothing's there.
That I don't like that.
3 footsteps happen right where my ladder is, but then there's nothing there.
I don't.
And like I recognize footsteps. I recognize what like footsteps sound like because I grew up like because I was always thinking on my phone and stuff. But it didn't sound like any of my parents' footsteps. I thought it might have been my stepdad's because they were like kind of heavier, but he's not in my room. He's kind of big. It's kind of easy to see him. I'm not gonna be able to hide in my room anywhere. So that was fun. And then another story. This one was like a long time ago. I barely remember it. It was like when I was like, I think it was like 8. I don't know. My grandpa owns a lot of land though, and my like babysitter, stepmom, whatever, Sarah. I think Jared was there too. My brother. We were all walking down like a path that we found. It was like a path going into like there was like pretty much like a steep like slope of dirt going on both sides. So it's kind of like more of a tunnel almost. There's nothing covering the tops of the trees, and we hear like big like sticks, branches breaking above us, and we look up. We don't see anything, but we can hear something up there that sounds big. So we immediately, because Sarah didn't have anything with her, she didn't have like a gun, a weapon, anything. So we all like sprinted pretty much back to where our truck was. So that was fun. Pretty sure it was a bear. Because there's bears, cougars, deer, plenty of animals in there. Because it's a big thing. Why do I have blood on my leg?
You have blood.
Where am I bleeding from? Where am I bleeding from?
There's just random blood on your leg?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
I don't think I
Anyways,
don't think the ghosts like you sharing your story.
let's see. Let's do that for him, because too late. Anyways, and then, what was the last one? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I should have a couple, but
It,
one of them, it was another one with Sarah and Jared.
hmm
So, Sarah used to make us go on walks, like, around the block near our house. And, we were walking, and we saw this car pass us, like, twice. And then, on, like, our second lap around, we see the car a third time passing us. And I didn't see the car, it was Sarah that saw it, because I was, like, still, like, really young. But, she made us go down the, like, emergency alleyway that, like, fire trucks go down sometimes, since the house on fire over there. And we had to go through there to get to our house to make sure they didn't kidnap us.
yeah, I have. That's pretty scary. I had like a similar thing like that, but it wasn't as like bad as that.
Yeah. Oh, another one. This one's kind of funny now that I look back at it. Because it wasn't super threatening, but it was scary for, like, I don't know, like 8-year-old me. So we were walking back from that daycare that we used to go to. And then, as I was crossing the street, on the other side of the street, this dude in a white car that's, like, kind of, like, bent up, like, there's a couple, like, dents in it. He was in the passenger side, someone else was driving. He yells at me, "I'm going to get you, kids."
Oh,
What?
that's kind of no. That's not
Me and
kind of
Jared were
scary.
there.
That's spooky. That's oh my gosh. That's like really scary, but I don't know what to say to that. But we're gonna be moving on. Who wants to tell the story next?
I don't know.
Um, how about I will go next?
Okay.
Okay, so me and Celeste, we were we used to go to this like daycare church thing, right? And and at this daycare church thing, it was after school, after elementary, and we'd like walk from the elementary school with Melzak, and we'd go to that elementary daycare thing. And in I think it was fourth grade, maybe fifth grade, we were fifth grade, I think, yeah. We were doing this thing where the church they would like be like, oh, you can make a parachute for an egg and then we'll drop it off the top the roof. Yeah. Um so me, Celeste, and this one girl and another girl, we raised our hands because we were like, we're gonna do this. We want to protect the egg in the parachute and drop it down from the top story. And so the guy there, he was like, okay, yeah, you can do it. And then we were the only ones upstairs. It was just us four, and we were kind of not building a parachute for the egg. We were just messing around with throwing gummy bears at each other. So we decided that it was gonna be a good idea to play hide and seek because we weren't paying attention or whatever. And when we were playing hide and
What?
yeah, and when we were playing hide and seek, I remember I lost something and then I had to be the seeker, whatever. I hate that. I hate being the seeker. But anyways, I had to be the seeker, and I was counting to like 1, 2, or 3 or 4, whatever the numbers are. And I remember I exited the little room we were in, and it's a really long hall, which is just the second floor, and there's just a really long hall, and then there's rooms on the things. At the very end of the hall, there's a little like room with an indent for some reason. There's like an indent and then a door, and then you can go into this room. I thought I saw Celeste peek out from like the little like indent. I thought I saw her head like go out, and then she went back in. And at the time I wasn't thinking anything, but Celeste, when I saw her, Celeste didn't really look like Celeste, you know, like she she has like green eyes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't actually remember. I think they're green. Maybe they're blue. But they were like a lighter shade of normal than what they usually are. So it was kind of strange, but I didn't pay attention to it because I was too busy smiling because I found her and I thought she was stupid for hiding there. So I started walking towards the indent, And there was no one there. How spooky. But it doesn't end there. That it doesn't end there. So Celeste Ghost. That's what we call it. Um Celeste's where or this is 2 months later after I saw that. I was sick that day and I called home from school and Celeste was playing hide and seek with like the younger kids or whatever. And she thought she saw there's like a little area square downstairs for like only fifth graders that they can be in and do stuff. And there's a little like bookshelf and there's like a place you can hide behind or beside the bookshelf. And Celeste, it's a mini bookshelf too. And Celeste thought she saw someone like jump up from the bookshelf and then go back down. But it wasn't just someone, she thought she saw herself. And she was like, whoa, that's kind of creepy. So she went to investigate and no one was there. And it doesn't end there. Two months later, yeah, 2 months later after that, so she appears like 2 months or something. 2 months later, I was home, or no, not home. I was at the church or whatever, and I was there's like this little slope thing, but like you could stand on the slope without falling, and it's really muddy, and it's behind the church, and there's like grass all on top of the mud, so you like can't see any of the mud, but you can tell it's there. Um, I was like one of the last kids there, and all my friends had left, and I was being a little loner in my main character era or moment, and I was just kind of standing on the little in the middle of the slope, and to the side there's like a bunch of trees or whatever, and we're not allowed to go back there. So I was for some reason I turned over there. I don't know why. I just had like a feeling like like turn over there. And when I turned over there, I thought I saw Celeste peek her head out from a tree. Um, and when I saw that, that was probably like top 10 most scary things that happened to me ever because it was terrifying. And I quickly ran back out of there. And the weird part for me was it was just like Celeste. You know how I said her eyes were lighter than usual, like an unnatural light?
Yeah.
They were normal. Her eyes were normal, not like the light weird color. And it was really scary, and I hate that so much. So that was the Celeste ghost that haunted me and Celeste. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that place is haunted.
Yeah, it was there was also at that church there was a random window had broken at nighttime, just like randomly there was security footage and the window was intact and it was like midnight and then the window just shattered out of nowhere.
Oh.
So anyways,
That's crazy.
who wants to go next?
At a church?
Yeah,
Oh,
at a
gosh.
church.
I got like 3 very short ones. They're pretty short.
Okay, Alex. Go.
Okay. One of them was my friend's dad. He was in the military. He was on a base, and he was assigned to. What the frick? He was assigned to go around and make sure no one's like on the base that shouldn't be out, or like someone's awake when they shouldn't be.
Yep.
And they found a hat on the ground, right?
Mhm.
Him and his buddy, and they were going around after they found it. They're like, wait, what is this? So they turn the little wheel on it and they open it up and they start going down this ladder into a very, very, very big room. It was like, I don't know, like 20 feet tall. It was a big room.
Oh wow.
And he went down the ladder and he saw in the roof what looked to be a 25, like what would be like a 25-ton metal table. Like it looked like a 25-ton metal table. And it looks like it was thrown into the roof. And he's like, oh, wait, what is going on down here? This is really creepy. And then all of a sudden, there's a giant door there, like a giant metal door. And it slowly started to open, very slowly. And he's like, okay, this is scary. So his friend went up the ladder while he sat there watching. And then he went up the ladder. And once he made it out of the hole, that door slammed shut super hard.
Oh.
And that's all they know about it. And then the second one is when I was like a while ago, like 2023, maybe 2022.
That's kind of recent.
I was sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
Yeah.
I was sleeping in my bed, and all of a sudden, I swear, dude, I was so terrified. It sounded like two girls whispering to each other. Like, bro, what is that? So I don't, like, I'm not even joking. My heart was, like, pounding. I was terrified. I looked outside of, like, I got this little tent over my bed.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I love it
And
too.
I looked out, and there's nothing there. There is nobody there at
Wait,
all.
Alex.
When I got up, what?
When you were talking about you were hearing two girls whisper to each other, I have to tell you something about that.
What?
So I remember when you first moved into your house. I remember not when you first moved into your house. When you first like had the renovation or whatever, you know?
Yeah, when we first went back in after the remodel.
Yeah, after the remodeling. When you first went back in, I remember I was up in your room and I was gonna go to the bathroom right across your room down the hall. And I was gonna go to the bathroom, but I remember there was, like the window that's beside the shower.
Yeah.
I went to look out the window and I swear I saw like two girls like in the distance, like standing like really straight holding hands. And that scared me so much.
This house is like over 100 years old. This house is like 1800s, 1700s. It was like built a long time ago. It's property.
Yeah, and then I never.
Oh, my haunted! No!
Yeah. Okay, continue your story about the two girls whispering. Continue your story.
Okay, I'm gonna die.
Wait, what was...
I had this knife and I put it on my bed jet, and then I just had that there for months on end because I thought someone was going to try to kill me in my sleep. I was petrified, scared, petrified, right?
Yeah.
Last story. This one is really like this is my scariest story I've had.
Okay, go.
When we were having the house being renovated, we were out in our shop that we have that my dad built.
Yeah.
Little tiny, very small apartment that we lived in there for a while. And I was like, dang it, I can't go to sleep. And I was younger, I don't know if a lot of people do this, but when I was younger, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go in bed and sleep with my parents because my parents are gonna protect me.
Yeah.
And I got up and I looked at the foot of my bed, and it looks like a person was like in the Spider-Man pose, and they were on top of my dresser staring at me. And I was like, whoa, what the?
That's kind of.
Shadow with the person, like all black and stuff.
That's
a black hole.
That's kind of silly in the Spider-Man pose.
I started walking out of the door, and we had a shelf like at the foot on, like a little dresser at the foot of the bed, and then behind me there was like a big old shelf. Oh my gosh! I walked forward. There was a space between the shelf and the bunk bed that we were on. I walked through the door and to the left, in between that space. I swear, there was someone sitting right there. Literally, they were looking at me as I walked by.
Ew.
My heart started hurting. It was beating so fast. It hurt so. I was so scared. It was terrifying, dude.
That sounds really scary.
So
that was.
I'm not joking. They were no farther than like a foot away from me.
I don't like that. Okay, after that 3 scary stories, I'm gonna say it's Lily's turn.
Okay. First of all, I want to say something that's like very relatable.
Okay.
But like, I know it's like scary sometimes. So like, you'll like, go out of your room to go get a drink of water in the middle of the night or something.
Mhm.
I don't know, or like a snack, and like you turn on like a light, and then like it's like pitch black in the house. Like,
Oh yeah.
Other than the light you turned on, and then you turn off the light and you have to run for your life to your room. It's
oh my gosh, all the time.
Yeah, it's fun,
okay.
kinda.
So I have 3 stories, like Alex, and so
Dang.
the first one, it's kind of related to the like getting water and like turning off the light and running.
Yeah.
But so it was like the night before my older brother's birthday, which is like January 17th, January 17th. I don't remember what year it was, but so my sister, so you know, she was thirsty, and she went from our room to go get like water or something, I don't know. And so after she got the water, she was like walking back to our room, and so like we have like a front living room, and then the front living room connects to the dining room, and it's like space there, and it's kind of by our TV. And so like my sister swears she saw a ghost that kind of looked like a mummy, and it was saying like, "I'm gonna get you" or something. It was
Ew.
following her, and she ran to her room, or her room / my room, and like went in there, closed the door, and went to bed. And so my parents, they would say that like it's bad luck to be awake before someone's birthday, and like so like, and our house, it's where like so where my house is, there used to be like a farm, like a pear farm thing.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know. And then the next day my dad was like, to like scare her, he's like, I heard one of those little kids there got ran over by a tractor, like as a joke, and my sister actually believed it.
That's kind of.
So
Wow.
I think I was like, actually no, wait, I don't know what story to tell you. I just got a story. I was really good. So I don't remember how old I was. I think I was like 7, in between 7 and 10, somewhere in that.
Mhm.
And so we were camping at this place called Tumalo. It's kind of by Bend. You know where that is. And so we were camping with my Aunt Sarah, my 2 cousins, Madison and Malia, my grandparents, my grandma and grandpa, and then my family. And so we were like, we were telling like ghost stories at the campfire. And my grandpa, he was telling this story about like how this little like doll thing would crawl out of the like dumpsters and like come and like get you in that park. And also like we were there for like about a week, I think, maybe. And it was like really like rainy, and because it's kind of like Eastern Oregon.
Yeah.
And so and it was in summer too, and it was like thunder, lightning, and hail like most of the time we were there. But so we went to bed. The next day we were walking, or at least I think it was the next day, but we were walking, and we were on a hike, right? And so there was this like place, and it was like really dry, and you could obviously tell that like that's where like a river was. And we saw cougar prints, like fresh cougar prints.
Oh.
On that. Ew. And we continued walking, and
Smart.
I'm pretty
Totally
sure
smart.
we found like a carcass of like a deer or something.
Oh.
And me and my family, before we found it, we all had this feeling that something was watching us.
I hate that feeling.
We believed it was said cougar, and then we went back, and then it was like hailing and stuff, and I was pretending I was guinea pig, but we don't talk about that part. Okay, so that was my second story. Here's my third story. So I think I was like 11 maybe, and so it was like winter, and we were like sledding at I think it's called like the Meadows, I think. But so we were sledding, and my dad had to go to the bathroom, right? And keep in mind, there's like at least like 6 feet of snow. And so we went to the bathroom, and we all got out to stretch our legs, right?
Yep.
And so it was dark. It was like maybe like 7, 8, 9, I don't know. Whatever time it gets dark in the winter. But so we were at the not the gas station, at the rest stop, and it's like one of those rest stops where it's like there's toilets that are like in the ground. There's like porta potty toilets, but like the hole's like way deeper, I guess. And they always kind of smell,
Yeah.
and they're always like brown.
I think I know what you're
So
talking about.
it was in like the middle of the forest, and like normally you'd hear like birds or something, or like I don't know, like a deer. And so we were out, and we were like walking around and stuff. Like we didn't go into the forest. We were just like standing there, like playing with snow. I don't know. And so you know, there's like birds chirping, and then it was like dead silent. Dead silent. Birds, like they're in the trees, right? And they can see like predators, right? And they're always like really quiet when there's predators around, so they don't get eaten. Although they like can fly away and stuff. So me and my family believed that there was like a cougar or something, or like some predator, and it was like walking there as we were like out in the snow, and it was really scary.
I'm gonna eat the animals.
I know these stories aren't as scary as like your guys' so far, but like it was still really scary because you know it
Yeah,
was
Lily.
like winter.
Lily is telling the stories about like not like, oh, the demon lady came to kill me. She's telling more like realistic stories that someone could believe.
Honestly, I kind of think real stuff is scary because it can, like you know it can happen. Like cougars,
Yeah.
they can actually kill you. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
So it's still scary.
And then so this isn't like one of my stories, but so like a long time ago, like it wasn't that long ago. It's probably like 2023. But so me and my mom and my sister really like watching like these mystery shows where there's like people missing and stuff.
Yeah,
And there
Dateline.
was this one where it was like this lady, and so it was in Ohio. First of all, Ohio of all places, Ohio, and you know Ohio's like weird.
Yeah.
But so she had this like big thing of property or whatever. And it's like really big, and there's this tiny little like forest in it, and she'd like to go hunting in it. And you know, so you know how hunters have those like chairs that they put in the tree, and then they climb up and like to watch for like deer and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she was sitting there waiting for something to come by, and there was like this like blur thing, and so you know how like let me try to explain it. You know how like in like shows when there's like something inappropriate, they do that like blinding thing.
The blur.
Or, like
The mosaic.
yeah, the blur. It was like
It looks like it's glitchy, like pixelated.
yeah. It was
It's
like
called
this
a mosaic.
blur kind of thing.
Or mosaic.
Yeah, there was,
Mosaic.
like, a
Something like
mosaic
that. Mosaic
in
or
the
mosaic.
tree. I don't know, but it looked a lot like a blur, and it was like in the tree, like it had like a suit, like you know how like humans like you know there's like the head, arms, feet, and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like that, but like a mosaic, and it was like in the trees, like walking past her, and like all those shows, they're like based on true stories, and I always think of that story, and then I'm like, ah! I mean, I don't know what happened there, but it always scares me.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
think there's something like never seen before, and it's kind of like an alien, and it's like walking towards you in a
Ew.
tree.
I don't. That's ugly. That's so chuggy.
I have a very scary story. Trust me.
Okay, wait. If we're gonna, are we gonna go back to telling? So wait, Kylie, are you gonna tell a story too?
They're not really like scary stories, but I don't really like watch scary stories. I don't really have any. But here are some things I used to be scared of.
That will
Count?
that will work.
Okay.
That will work.
Okay. Here, so, okay. First, when I first started sleeping by myself, I was curious and I looked up a photo of like a mummy, but like not in the little wrapping, and that freaked me out so much. I had to like sleep with like my light on, and I had to have the closet doors open because I thought they were gonna like crawl up from the floor and cry.
Oh, you keep the closet door open. That's even worse. What?
No, but then I could like see if they were coming and then like sneak them and come up.
No, Kylie, imagine waking up and then like you see the mummy at the end of the hallway just staring at you. That's worse.
Well, whatever. I also I used to sleep in my sister's room. So whenever I like went to like got up to like go to the bathroom or get water, I like and you know the hallway where me and my sister's rooms are connected.
Yep.
Yeah. I would like walk to the end of it, but then I'd always think I knew it wasn't there, but I'd always like make myself believe there's like a weird doll on like roller skates with like a knife going to like kill me. So I'd like run so fast and close the door so fast and like. But I used to do that.
That's so silly.
I know, it's so scary.
Okay. Is that all your stories? Or no, your silly stories?
I think I have
See,
one more.
Okay, yeah, you can do that one.
Once, Camden almost joined the cult.
So spooky!
Yeah, that's all I can think of. I think it was Kenji and Steven, and they followed some guy and they almost got into a cult, but they decided to leave.
I have a very scary story, including me and Travis.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can we do a little like cycle? Like after we finish it, we can go back and tell again, because I have also some stories I want to tell.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Travis, it's very short. I promise.
okay, fine, you can tell it.
So okay, Travis, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So one day, we were in our room, right?
Okay.
And we were downstairs eating dinner, and my brother comes in, and he has a that he found outside, and it says, "Day 1, no gas." I think I just killed somebody, and I just don't give a share the Day 1 gas killer.
Day 1 gas killer.
Trying to scare us.
Yeah, his brother wrote a piece of paper, and it was like Day 1 gas killer, but it was like gay ass, spelled weird, and it was so silly.
What's scary?
Okay, my turn. Oh. One time when I was younger, this is my first ever spooky story. So or spooky experience. So I was in my bed. It was like probably before even preschool would start for you. And I remember I was in my bed all alone, and I hated that because I would always sleep with my parents, but then they were like, "You get out now." And I was like emo. And I remember I woke up and I was scared because I was a kid and I didn't like being by myself. And it was like probably 8 in the morning. And I was crying for my mom and dad, but they couldn't hear me because they're like across the house or something. But anyways, I remember I was crying, but I heard footsteps coming up to my door, and I stopped crying. I stopped crying because I thought it was gonna be them. And the footsteps, the weird thing was, it wasn't like, you know how like when you're in, you can hear like footsteps coming towards you?
Yeah.
So you know how like I have a couch that separates the hallway, and like you have to go around the couch to go down the hallway? It didn't sound like there was someone coming from around the hall, it just like coming from around. Like it didn't sound like the footsteps came from anywhere. It just sounded like they magically like came out of nowhere, like beside my, like the footsteps weren't even far enough to reach the couch, and they're pretty close, and they walked towards me. And they stopped at my door, and I remember I was like under my bed sheets, but I thought it was gonna be one of my parents, but I didn't say anything because I thought they would open the door. But instead, I just heard it was like a female's voice, but it sounded like a vampire, you know. You know how they sound? It sounded like a girl, and I don't even remember what she said. I don't even think I understood what she said because I remember being confused because I didn't understand what she said. And then she just, like, it was like gibberish for like 3 seconds, and it was just standing right at my door. And then she walked away, and then her footsteps also it didn't like it wasn't it was just going in a straight path behind to go away from my door, and then it stopped. And then I was crying because I was terrified. And then I have more. So,
That's spooky.
yeah.
I'm like low-key kind of scared.
Yeah, I did not like that. And then
I
anyways,
want to leave my brother's room now and go to my sister.
so anyways, this is during 2020. And I remember
Okay.
I was like probably one of the first times I was home alone and I was watching a Lauren Z side music video. And I
What's
was
that?
like, she's a YouTuber girly, and I was
Okay.
watching her since I love her when I was younger, and I was like, not like romantic, like I was obsessed with her. Alex knows who she is. And then anyways, she was she was like it was like some sort of like recreating TikTok thing. Not like she was like making TikTok. I don't even. She just saw like a TikTok thing. It was like make popsicles. Um, and it was like Sprite and this like rainbow candy thing, like they're long.
Oh, I know the story.
But anyways, it was this rainbow candy thing, and it was Sprite, and then you would put Sprite in this like popsicle mold, and then you'd put the rainbow candy in, and then you'd freeze it, and it'd be some popsicles. And I saw Lauren do it, and I was like, oh my gosh, wow, I need to do that, because I totally have Sprite and that candy, but I don't even own any popsicle mold, but I'm just still gonna do it. So I remember I got a full can or 2 cans of Sprite, and I poured them into this tall glass, like to the brim, and I put it on my counter in the kitchen. I remember I was looking at what was next for the thing, and I looked back at the tall glass, and it just moved, like it went in it went in like a direct straight line across the counter, and it wasn't like you know how like so when something moves like you can see the water like kind of splash.
Yeah.
It didn't move because it was filled to the brim, and if the water were to move a bit, it would probably fall or the Sprite. Nothing. It didn't fall out. So that was spooky, and I think that's all the stories I have. So Alex, was that the story that you were gonna tell?
Oh, I told it. It was the Dale and Jess story.
Yeah.
But I do have another one.
Okay, you can tell it.
Actually, it's not really a story, but I don't know. It's just I feel like there's times where I will like the garage, right? Travel like when there used to be the computer up there.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Whenever I was up there, I always had a really weird feeling up there, as like I was being watched.
Same. Honestly, same.
Yeah, it was kind of dim up there, and it was so quiet. Like, there's no fans, there's no air conditioning that you can hear up there, there's no TVs, no radio, no dog, just nothing. It was super quiet. And I remember I was playing by myself, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done playing VR, I'm kind of scared, I'm gonna go down and go to my room. So I turned it off, and as I started walking, the bathroom door was open, right? It's
Yeah.
not like it was closed, it was open. And I don't know why I looked at it, and I was just imagining in my head if I'm walking, and all of a sudden, some, like, girl that has, like, a torn dress, like, starts crawling like a spider. And I got so scared, I actually started running downstairs. Or when I was younger, like the thing where you turn off the lights and then you run upstairs. I don't know why, when I was younger, my thing I'd be scared of is Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I know.
Coming in.
I always thought Chica was the least scary one, though.
Oh, she's kind of weird, though. Like, Bonnie is whatever. I don't care if the creator is scared of them. Freddy and all them, I don't really care about them. I don't know why. When I was younger, Chica just scared me a lot. I don't know why.
You seem angry at it. Why does Chica scare me?
Oh yeah, okay. I got another one because that wasn't really a spooky story.
Yep. What was your next one?
I was literally in the field with 2 other friends, and they looked out and they're like, "Hey, Alex, come look at this." And I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" And I go and I look at what they're talking about. And across the field, there's like 2 lights staring right at us. And you're like, dude, what is that? And we're thinking like, what if that was like someone like staring at us, or like something that they're like, you know how dogs' eyes shine? What if
Yeah.
it was like some spooky, scary animal looking at us to kill us? That's scary.
So spooky.
So spooky, scary Sunday.
I have another one
I'm so
too.
fishy, I'm so freaky, fishy, I'm so fishy.
Like a tankama. Anyways, does anyone have any other stories before I finish off?
I mean,
You do?
yeah.
Okay, wait, do you want me to finish off the stories or do you want you to be your grand finale?
I mean, mine are like really, really short.
Is it spooky?
I mean, kind of. I mean, one of them is kind of spooky.
Just tell them. I'll be the grand finale.
Okay, so it would be like dark, and we'd have like a nightlight in me and my sister's room, because you know my sister's younger than me,
Yep.
and you know monsters are scared of the lights. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but so my bed, it's kind of by like I don't know, it's like so my room's like right next to my brother and mom's room, like in between them, and so my closet, there's like 4 shelves I think in there, and so me and my sister were sleeping, and like my favorite teddy bear was on the shelf, and so I was sleeping, right? Or yeah, I think I was sleeping. Wait, no, I wasn't sleeping. I was awake, and my sister was also awake. My closet door was open. My sister was looking into there, and she swears she saw like this black hat with eyes, like white eyes,
Ew.
like staring at her.
Ew, I don't like that.
And me and my sister, they're like we're in the same room, like our beds are like right next to each other, or at least they were, and it's so scary. And she told me too. She could have told me in the morning. She didn't have to tell me at that moment.
Yeah, I would have. If that was my sister, I would have pushed her off the bed.
Bro, just don't even sleep for the whole night. Just stare at the closet door and not out.
Yeah, stare at the
But if I stare, then like, what if I see it? And then it comes like, what if it like grows arms and legs and grows a knife or something and comes running towards me?
Then you give it the old smack. You kick it in the face.
Listen, if you don't look at it, it's gonna come out and kill you. If you do look at it, it's gonna kill you. So honestly, just like leave the house.
Yeah, there's like no monsters that are. When I was thinking about it, when I was younger, I always used to think that like I didn't used to think like everyone would say monsters are afraid of light. That wasn't how I thought as a kid. I thought monsters are afraid of sound. So when I would walk like past or like into like dark hallways to go to my bathroom, I'd just start like clapping or like talking to myself because I thought the monsters would stay away from me if I were making noise.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was like the complete opposite. I don't know why. If I made a single sound, I don't know what it was. If I made a single sound, I don't know if I got super scared or something. But for my whole body for like a millisecond would just hurt really bad, and then it wouldn't. Like if I made a noise, I don't know. I don't know if I was scared or if it was like my fight or flight or whatever reaction. I don't know. But it was pretty spooky.
Okay, I'll tell my grand finale story, okay?
Wait,
Oh.
can I tell like one more?
Oh yeah, tell your one more story.
Really good.
Wait, what? Who's saying stuff?
I thought I had one and I forgot it, but I might remember it. I'll have to let Lily go first. Okay, so when my sister, not my sister, when my cousin, she was like 6 maybe, and my cousin's only like a year, or that cousin's only like a year younger than me. So I was probably like 7, and that's just like an estimate, right? And so we were all at my grandma's house, and their house is like a 2-story. And it's in like Kaiser. So, you know, we're all there. I don't know why. We probably were just hanging out. But, so my cousin, she was downstairs watching TV. And, she claims that there was like a ghost, like a girl ghost. And she literally like ran up the stairs. And, see, that, like that floor always like really scares me. I don't know why. I mean, there's like a little storage closet in there kind of thing. It's like really scary. But this one I don't remember when this was, but so we were all there chilling a different time. We were all there chilling, and out of nowhere, like one of like the pipes bursted, and it was like spraying water in the air, and me and my cousins and like sisters, we thought it was really really scary. And then so this is another time, but on 4th of July, like this year, 4th of July, we were all there, right? And so my cousin, my younger cousin, well, both of them are younger, but the more younger one that's like more my sister's age.
The youngest?
So they were like on a walk, right? And their house is by Gupster, or however you pronounce it, and like Whitaker by there. And they were like by Gupster, and there was like this fire on this fence, and it was like really chaotic. I know that's not really scary, but like it was just really chaotic, and I don't know. And we all like investigated, and it was just kind of like mysterious, cause like the fence was like towards Gupster, and like literally bordering Gupster, and there's like it, like the it couldn't have been a fireworks, because like I don't know, the fireworks don't really like, you do them in like the street more, and like I couldn't have possibly gone to the backyard. And so like my sister and my cousin were being like really suspicious before the fire, and they came walking back from towards the fire. So like they probably didn't do anything about it. Like they probably didn't do anything. But it was sketchy. They were really sketchy.
That sounds sketchy.
Yeah. Wait, Travis, before you say your answer tonight, I got one more.
Okay, go.
Darn. Oh yeah. I've had like, this isn't really a story, but I just had like a plethora. Is this just me? I've had a plethora of times when I'm in my room or doing something, and I hear my name get called, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, Dad, what? Did you call my name? No. That's happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
It can't just be me.
That it happens to me when I'm having headphones on.
What happens to the best of us?
Probably because like you're watching New Jeans and you're just like so obsessed. You just hear them say, "Travis, you're the best. Travis, come join us. Come join us. Travis, come join the band."
I would say yes. I'm gonna tell my grand finale story now.
Oh!
Okay.
It's not that scary. It's just, I don't know. So, finale story is happening now. So, this was really recent. I wouldn't even say this was 2 months ago. So, I was taking a shower, and I was home alone, and I was playing music in the shower, and my dad was away, and he was gonna come back soon, and I was waiting. He was like soon. It was like the time for him that he would normally come home, and I was waiting for him to come home, and then whenever I take a shower, it's just a habit for me to keep, because Kylie was laughing at me, but it's a habit for me to keep the door open. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I like to have maybe it's because in the morning before school, I always take a shower and there's no one in the house. So I just keep the door open because there's no one there. So it's just a habit for me. But anyways, I was
never at
But I was in the shower, and I heard my front door opening, and my dog Zara, she was barking at the front door because she like has the worst social skills ever, and she was barking too. And I heard the front door open, but my door was half closed. I don't know why, but I couldn't see the front door. But I heard my door open, and I heard grunts, and I heard footsteps coming inside, and I heard my dog running towards someone. Like, I could, like, hear, like, her jumping on someone, and I heard grunting noises. And it wasn't just, like, some weird grunts. It sounded like the grunts of my dad. And I was convinced that he was home, so I, like, kind of, like, tipped out the shower a bit, and I paused my music, and I said hello. But he didn't hear me. He's kind of old, so I thought that he just didn't hear me. But I got no answer. So I was just assuming that he didn't hear me or whatever. And then eventually, when I was done with my shower, I heard the door open again. And I heard my dog barking again. And I heard her running to the front door. And I was like, what the heck? And I looked over, and it was my dad. And he was just going inside. And I had already dried myself or whatever. And I brought clothes to the bathroom, so I was changing. And I came out, and I was like, did you just get home? And he was like, yeah. But I thought, and I swear, that someone came inside my house that sounded exactly like him. And even my dog heard it. Because that was scary.
Maybe it's a mimic.
What?
Maybe it's a mimic.
Oh, yeah, Mimi. Ooh, don't say that. I don't like that. I will think that will wrap up the SHelite show for episode 1 about spooky topics. And if you enjoyed it, then just like the video, because, like, no one ever likes our videos. And I would like to say Alex is a new editor, and he's doing so great at this. Oh, but he doesn't want me to say that.
No!
Oh.
I wanted to say goodbye.
Oh.
You could say it, though. I mean, I
But
don't really care.
anyways, guys, I would just like to say, or no, bye. That will wrap up the video.